cannot believe I'm making this, but yes, the title is completely accurate. In fact, it's probably a lowball figure. I've not had time to properly do the math, but I quickly looked at my bank, at where I paid for certain coaches, and conservatively on business coaching, I've probably spent well north of £20,000, £25,000 at a minimum. And that's not counting Tony Robbins, which is, I think, doubles the total figure entirely. But the reason I'm making this video is a little bit left for my channel, right? You guys know I'm a funnels guy for coaches. And the reason I wanted to make this video is just because I wanted to share a bit about, who I am as a person. So this might not do as good. I understand this video might not perform as well. But if you are watching this, I know it's important for you guys to know who you're learning from, who you're working with. And so over the past, again, 5 or 6 years, as you know from my last video, I've been in the game about 8. I was a branding guy for coaches in the first 3 or 4, and then transitioned to funnels over the past, again, 3, 4, 5 years as well. Now, the reason I wanted to make this video is for you to know, like, when you invest in yourself, there is something cool that happens which you cannot replicate by yourself. Now, early on in my journey, the first person in this whole business world I actually came across was Gary Vaynerchuk. And I'll tell you a quick story about that because it's really funny. I was in a graphic design Discord group, so I followed this guy. He announced he was doing some Discord group, and I ended up joining it because I wanted to be a graphic designer, right? And I literally didn't know at all what freelancing was back then. So I used to be a freelance graphic designer, right? And branding, but I didn't know what that was. And I first learned that inside of this Discord group. I also met somebody really cool in there, so I wanted to give value, and I was noticing a lot of questions, and I would end up replying to a lot of those questions just to be helpful inside the Discord. And there was also one more guy doing this. Now, we ended up connecting and becoming quite good friends at the time. We've not connected in a long time, many years now, but we had a really good thing going, and I was like, this is cool, man. Like, we had some Zooms and we was talking, and he taught me about freelancing and actually how to make a business from this skill I had back in the day of graphic design, which now serves me today with funnels. If you ever look at my website, thefunnelexperience.com, you'll see the quality of funnels I build and design. It's because of my background. And long story short, he told me, you want to get into business, you want to, make a freelancer and make money doing graphics. And he said, search up one man, Gary Vaynerchuk. And that completely changed my life. I had no idea who Gary was, by the way. So I found his YouTube channel. I ended up watching a few videos, and then I ended up binging like his entire Daily V series. And I just fell in love with this man. I fell in love with his content, and it made so much sense to me. And for the first time, I knew what business was, and that created the vision. Now, somewhere along this line, through Gary, I discovered Grant Cardone. I ended up joining Cardone University. Tony Robbins, again, has continued to change my life every year since I've done his first, since I did my first Tony Robbins event in 2021, and I do them every single year, multiple times a year. Again, the figure in the title is about at least half of what I've spent in total, but I'm not including Tony in this. I just want to talk about like business coaching. But during this process, I discovered also Russell Brunson and Sabri Subi and all these different gurus. And at some point, I discovered that one of the secrets to growth in business, to growth in life, to going from where you are to the next level, one of the hacks, and this is what Tony Robbins teaches, is you find someone who's done it and you learn from them. Why? Because they have been on the path that you want to go on. So it's very basic stuff, and maybe for some of you guys, it's actually quite a breakthrough. I know it was for me. I didn't know it when I first started out. So if you were wondering, like, why have I spent, again, like £25,000, probably like $30K in only business coaching, and double that in general life coaching. Why would I do that? Well, one of my values is studying success and growing and coaching and working on myself to become the best me, and to level up every day, to level up. That is one of my biggest values, okay? And I knew early on that I was passionate about entrepreneurship, and I really got attracted into this world, like through Gary and several other people. And then I eventually discovered Iman Gadzhi was another one. So I was like 16, and I discovered him, and he was like 1 year older than me. But he was making like $1 million a year already. I was like, fuck, like I need to level up. And he used to talk about that as well. I remember being so jealous at Iman, because he made a video and it was like, today I have a call with my meditation coach, and then I'm going like to the gym with my personal trainer. I was like, this dude has all these coaches, and I was so jealous. And today, sitting here, I'm so grateful that I literally have 3 coaches. So 2 in life and mindset, and 1 in business. And again, I've had more in the past. And it's like, wow, that's cool. That's a cool journey that I've been on, from that jealousy back then to now. This is my dream life now. And long story short, it was this revelation of like, why do I suffer? And I want you to ask this yourself. Again, if you're like most people on this channel are coaches or entrepreneurs, why suffer the challenges yourself? So imagine you're going through this journey, and you're going to face mountains. You're going to face, things that are hard to get through. And there is someone over there who's done it already. Now, for me, it makes complete sense. I just want to learn from them. I just want to see what they've done and apply that, because it's going to make things easier for me. Now, it doesn't mean I won't get the lessons from the challenges, and I believe that is hugely important as well. Same with funnels, same with business. Like, shit goes wrong, and you have to face the stress, the anxiety that it's not working or going to plan. But that's where you learn. It's not about that. It's about the unnecessary challenges, where they are literally pointless and they only cause you pain, and they are for no reason. So that is why I've spent this much money on coaches, and I continue to. Like, again, the other day I invested £1,000 in a coaching call. The month before, $1,000 in a coaching call. Like, I am obsessed in asking myself the question, who is doing it better and further ahead than me? And how can I leverage my resources to save time? There's 2 resources you can spend, time or money. That's it. If you don't want to spend your money, well, you just take that time to go through the challenges. It will take way longer to get the result you're looking for, and that's okay. But if you have money, if you've been working hard, again, that's why I love business, man. Like, it's allowed me to fill my bank account to the point where I can invest money in pretty much any coach I want, to shortcut the time, to get insights, to get help, and to accelerate even quicker. So it's literally like, starts off like this. You grow, you make some cash, you maybe buy a cheap course, and eventually the money you make from taking action produces more output. You get more of that money back. Now you can afford bigger coaches, more insights, and it continues up like a really nice slope. So let me know in the comments if you felt that, or you've had that in your own life as well. But this is really the power of it. And so for me, this is why I love showing up for you guys, because in the world of funnels, I'm the obsessed one. So I'm the one with a design and branding background. I've spent 8 years serving coaches. I know that you're busy, you can't design, you just want to help clients and make money and enjoy it and not stress about technology, time, and ClickFunnels and GHL. So that's why I do everything for you. Or you can download my templates and get going with your sales funnels. In other areas, who can you get help from? that's ahead of you. So my coach, again, my mindset coach, because I was talking through this with him the other day, and he gave me this cool analogy. It's like if you had no idea how to bake a cake. This is also an example Tony Robbins uses if you've ever been to his events, like Unleash the Power Within. But if you want to bake a cake and you have no idea how, well, what do? You go to Google and you search recipe for baking cake. And you literally find the secrets of someone who's done it before, and they have told you now the exact steps, the ingredients, the number and the method and how you do it. Why not just struggle yourself, and buy some flour, buy an egg, and try and figure it out? Someone's done it before and you don't want to fail. So it's a really cool, very simple analogy, and it makes complete sense to me. And this is why every month I invest hundreds and over years, tens of thousands of pounds, ridiculous money, quite frankly, ridiculous money. But I know that this steep curve is going to happen, and I know that it's either invest my money or invest my time. And you have to ask yourself the same question. All right, do you want to buy the ingredients and spend a week trying to make a cake, or are you just going to search it up, find the recipe, find the baker? Who's the best damn baker? Go and ask them. They'll give you even more secrets than any recipe could. That is why coaching one-to-one is 20 times, 200 times, 1,000 times better than a course. Why? Because that's the difference between understanding the recipe, knowing the steps, and going away and doing it yourself, or actually getting direct tailored help from that baker, telling you all the secrets, all the insights, the stories behind it, giving you, feedback on what you did wrong. I think there's nothing more valuable than that. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Very different from what I normally do. I don't mind if it gets like 2 views, and they'll both be me on different YouTube accounts, but this is my way of introducing myself to you guys, understanding that this is the game I'm playing, because I know you are too, right? You are a coach. You are the person that helps people shortcut their time and their journey, all right? So that's literally what I wanted to talk about today. So I appreciate you guys so much. Remember, go out there and shine, okay? Get into the world, get your funnels launched, and start helping people, all right? Until next time, I'll see you in the next video, and peace.